So, you want to live in Vietnam or another country? A developed country, for example. So, in our class, some of you have chosen to live in Vietnam if you have money. If you can earn a lot of money, you want to live in Vietnam. And some of you have chosen to live in other countries. And some of you want to live in Vietnam and other countries as well. Moving, right, during summer, winter, yes, 4 seasons in 4 different cities, in 4 different countries, maybe. Yes. And why do you want to live in Vietnam, and why do you want to live abroad, live in another country, a developed country? Let me tell you, one of the reasons why people say that they want to live in Vietnam because of the business, the chance for them to earn money. Yes, they may think that in Vietnam, in a developing country, there are more chances to earn money if you are a small business. If you are a small business, you have a lot of chances in Vietnam to earn money because the economic is not so developed yet. Yes, economy is not so developed yet. So there are many chances to earn money for small businesses. And for the developed countries, there are many big companies. There are many big fishes in developed countries. Then you have less chances to develop a small business in a developed country. This is true. Several years ago, I think that's true for several years ago, when we think about a small shop on the roadside. Small shop on the roadside, it is okay to run a business like a small shop on the roadside in Vietnam, in a developing country, but not in a developed countries like Singapore or Japan or USA or Europe. It's not easy to run a small business like a small shop, repair TV or repair something on the roadside. They have all the big businesses to do, and their service is so good. Their service is so good that you cannot compete with them if you have a small business, small service provider, for example. So in Vietnam, there are many small shops like that to repair TV, to even to clean the motorbike, to wash the motorbike, to wash a car, to do so many services, small ones in Vietnam. Still can survive. But nowadays, it is changing so fast. The economy is changing so fast. We are moving to online business. Yes, we are moving to online, internet. So it is like no difference between Vietnam and other countries. You see Grab, you see Uber, you see Airbnb, and many other platforms that we can do the same in Vietnam and other countries. In Vietnam, you can run a small business at home, like post the room on Airbnb and for rental. That's a small business. And you can do the same thing in Europe. You can do the same thing everywhere in the world. You can post your room on Airbnb for rental. People come and stay in your room and they pay through Airbnb. Same thing everywhere now. I know that in Europe now many people, and in US as well, many people they run small businesses at home. Like they run small business on Airbnb, on Grab or Uber, many platforms, just like in Vietnam. So when you go abroad, when you go to Europe, US, you still have chance to earn money as a small business now. And let me tell you about one occasions, a small business, small fish in the US. And the small fish has been eaten by the big fish. The small fish is, Instagram was a small fish compared to Facebook. Facebook is a very big fish, I can say. And Facebook has eaten Instagram, as you know. Facebook acquired Instagram already. 2 years ago, Facebook bought or acquired Instagram for how much, $1 billion US. $1 billion. And is Instagram big or small? How many people were working for Instagram before it was acquired by Facebook? Only 7 people. 7 people. And the company value was $1 billion at that time. $1 billion US. Is it a big fish or small fish? Yeah, that's a small fish to Facebook, but it's a big fish to many other businesses. And if you can run a small fish like that, and the big fish has eaten you, do you feel good? You feel good. You earn a lot of money, right? $1 billion US. That's a lot of money. And that's a story about earning money now in the world. So for startup, I still feel that in Vietnam you have more chances to start up a business and be successful. Because in Vietnam the population is young. Many people at the young ages, and less people older. The older people we have less. But in a developed country, there are more old people than young. So you can see the difference. Old people, like 30, more than 30, more than 40, more than 50, they know a lot of things about life already. So for startup, for young people to do startup, it is not easy. Right? It is not easy because they know more than you. Then how can you start a business? How can you start a small business? They all have bigger businesses. How can you compete with them? Yeah. But in Vietnam, there are many young people, so there are a lot of chances for people to earn money in Vietnam. Yes. Okay, that's about earning money. So you can choose to live in Vietnam or another country to earn money. Which one is easier? You can choose. Okay? And one more thing I want to talk about, it's not only about money, It's not only about earning money. It's about the culture. People who choose to live in Vietnam, they may think that in Vietnam they can enjoy Vietnam culture. They can enjoy Vietnamese food. They like Vietnamese foods the best. They cannot eat like Western foods for a long time, for many days continuously. And when they have money and they want to eat, sometimes they want to eat Western food like Italian pizza or spaghetti. Then they can go to an Italian restaurant in Hanoi and enjoy pizza and spaghetti with Italian cook who cook for them the foods, and they can enjoy Italians waiter and waitress. They serve you just like you are in Italy. Yes, you are in Italy. And that's about food. And one more thing is about people around you. You can communicate with people easily. You can have good relationship with the Vietnamese people around you. You can enjoy life more than if you stay in another country. That's what they talk, and that's what they think about. And in Vietnam, they have their family, big family. In Vietnam, there are so many natural beaches, natural places in Vietnam, so beautiful, so natural. And when they stay in Vietnam, they spend money in Vietnam, they help the company, they help the country develop better. They don't spend money in another country. That's what they think. And not only about earning money, yes, it's about the life that they want to live. So people who want to live in another country, they may think that in Vietnam there are so many barriers that they cannot develop their career, like they cannot develop themselves the most. Like in a developed country, like in US, there is no boundary for you to develop yourself, for you to develop your business. In Vietnam, we have barriers like the government, and like many rules, like people in Vietnam are conservative, or the environment is so polluted, and so many small businesses, and so many different barriers in Vietnam. So they think that they can go abroad to another country and develop themselves, develop their career there. Like for example, Ngô Bảo Châu, right? Ngô Bảo Châu, if he stays in Vietnam, then can he develop his career? No, right? Cannot, because research in Vietnam is really difficult, right? Okay, so that's about choosing to live abroad or live in Vietnam, to live in another country or live in Vietnam. And if you want a secure life, If you just want a small dream, like I wanted to have a small house so that she doesn't have to clean the house all the day. Just a small house in in maybe Lang Hoa Lạc or somewhere in Hoa Binh, to live her life when she retired, in a small house, to grow vegetable, and at the weekend she brings vegetable to her children, so they have clean vegetable to eat and they feel happy. They all feel happy. That's a secure life. Or people may say that they want to have a secure life, just like they want to have a stable job. They don't want to take the challenge. They don't want to dream big, to dream big like many people dream big, like I want to have many villas, many houses in Vietnam, in many cities in Vietnam and many cities in the world. I want to run a business in Vietnam, and I can run that business to spread out to many countries in the world. That's what they want. They dream big, and many people say, why need to dream big like that? We just need to have a small house. We just need to have a stable job. No need to change. So that's a secure life. And secure life may be like when you want to run a business, but you still want to keep your job. So you have the way to go back. You have the way to go back when you fail with your business. Well, for example, you fail with your business. That's a secure life, something like secure life. So I give you an example of a troop or a group of people who want to, to take over an island. A troop who want to take over an island. Yes, they row the boat to the island, and then they anchor the boat. And then they come to fight with people on that island. They want to fight against people on that island to take over the island. And if they still leave the boats over there for them to go back to the land, then when they fight, when they feel that they are not strong enough, then even though many people died already, they still go back to the boat and row back to the land. They cannot achieve what they want. They cannot take over the island because they still have secure life. Something secure like the boat. So in that story, if that troop go to the island and they look back there, they make fire and burn all the boats, it means there's no way for them to go back. They need to fight against people on that island, and they need to win. There's only way for them to survive is they need to win. They need to take over the island. They make the decision. They have to win. They must win. Otherwise, they all die. So that troop is so strong. If they burn the boat, 10 people, 10 of them can win over 100 people. Because at that time, they are so intelligent. They have to think of the way to win over 100 people. So same thing in your life. If you run a business and you still have a job waiting for you, if you fail with your business, you can go back to your job and just go to work like before. That's a secure life. With that secure life, you just cannot win. Like the troop, 10 people went to the island. They just cannot win. And you, if you have a secure life, if you have a secure job, back you up, you cannot win with your business. You cannot be successful with your business because you don't work your butt off. You don't work your ass off. You are not intelligent enough at that time. You don't feel that you are good enough at that time because you have the way to go back. You have the boat to row back to the land, right? So it's better in life if you want to run a business, you need to burn your boats, burn all the boats, talk to your boss, fuck you, and just resign from the job. So you don't have chance to go back to work. Yes. So Tony Robbins he says, if you want to have a secure life, go to the jail. There are so many securities around you. If you want a secure life, go to the jail. And if you want freedom, this is the life we live.